So this thing is a 1966 Chevy Chevelle, which is like a super desirable body style, except it's a four-door, which makes it virtually worthless. But the cool thing about that is a guy can pick up a car like this for cheap. I paid $1,000 for this. And you can have just as much fun as a muscle car, and all of the muscle car cool speed parts bolt to it. But what we're gonna do this time is just try and make this thing run and drive, because it's been sitting for quite a while. The wiring's a disaster. It needs a whole bunch of stuff. Right now we gotta drag it into the shop with no brakes. Whoa, slow down. No brakes.
Did you clear everything out of the way?
No.
No? You're probably gonna have to sit inside so you don't hit the dart.
I'm just gonna hit the dart.
Don't hit the dart.
This car is kind of same old story. It's been sitting around for a long time and we don't know if it runs at all. Previous guy claimed that it did, but who knows how long ago. And unlike normal on Roadkill or Roadkill Garage, when we just sort of wave our Presto over the thing and make it run, I'm gonna show you this time all the steps you should go through if you actually care about your engine and want to do it the right way. And so Steve and I went through and made a list, and here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna inspect it, figure out if any parts are missing. You're gonna go through and check fluids, check the spark plugs, see if they're maimed or not. Then you're gonna bar it over, see if the engine rotates at all. And then we'll talk about whether you do or don't want to get to the point of cranking it over. Then we're gonna find out if it has spark. We're gonna put our spark plugs back in and see if the firing order is correct. Only then will we give it fuel and try and start the thing and find out if it's got problems with timing or with valve timing. Now the thing is, at any point, you could run into a fiasco and there could be troubleshooting. The fiasco will probably start right about there. We went to the parts store this morning and I was worried we're gonna spend a fortune getting a new distributor, but the base of this thing, just the housing with the electronics, was $30. Whatever was in the car was complete garbage. But let's see your action on this baby.
Oh yeah.
Ready? Bam!
Wow.
Look at that. Firestorm.
That's some spark.
Now we're gonna install a distributor, I think, unless something else goes wrong. Think you can handle it?
Right there.
Ooh, whoa, that was good.
Yeah.
Wow, it went all the way in. Okay, that never happens.
Boom, just like that.
Usually you have to get the distributor just meshed to that gear and then turn the engine a little bit, but that just dropped right in. Yeah, we get to go back to the list. Crank is handled. Spark is now C. Yes. So now we can put in our spark plugs and put in the spark plug wires in the correct firing order.
I like installing brand new spark plugs in totally old, worn out engines too.
Well,
Doesn't it make you feel good when you do that?
Yeah, it's just the confidence of knowing it's gonna fire up immediately. He said that we had a lifter clatter, and so what we're looking for is the classic small block Chevy problem of what we call a flat camshaft, meaning the lifter where it contacts the lobe has just worn out really badly. But that's just somebody, put that anywhere. That's just somebody not knowing how to adjust a hydraulic lifter.
These are cast aluminum.
I know, I told you they're aftermarket.
I know, but I thought they were stamped steel junk.
Look, you know what? I'm gonna hope that's just adjustment. Hector just styled me.
This project just got raised like 3 levels by Hector.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put it in.
I won't hit my head this time.
It's a bummer, because that would have been funny. Would have been the best part of this show so far.
What's that?
Nothing. Whoa.
Oh.
You want down?
Yeah. Down and in.
Here comes down. Okay, how do you feel?
Yeah.
This thing is just fighting us in all the normal ways. It's like the motor mount ears are too narrow to go over the frame and stuff. Basically, there's nothing to see here. By the time you get back with us in the morning, this thing will be all bolted up. And then I think we'll be ready to, once again, fire up an engine for the first time inside the Crew Cab Chevelle. Runs okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not fast, but it's better than I expected. How's the burnout capability?
From a dead stab?
Yeah.
Yeah!
That was incredible!
No, it pulled second gear. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
This is passing like every performance expectation and exceeding it.
It is.
I'm getting a little bit of a breeze coming out of the firewall.
Your vent's probably open.
Oh, yeah.
And there's 2 giant holes where the heater used to be. But this box here is a bunch of stuff that I actually bought from Lucky, who we want to race against. This all came off of his Chevelle. So obviously he thought it was not as good as what he has on his Chevelle. But you see what we got here. It's a control arm that already has all the urethane bushings in it, and that has ball joints and bushings and everything that only have a couple thousand miles on them. These new parts are from BMR. It's not like they're a sponsor or anything. I bought this stuff from Jegs because I thought it was the best value overall, but I've never used it. I don't know how it's gonna work. What we're looking at here is 1,400 bucks worth of stuff. I could have done the control arms and everything cheaper than buying all this stuff from Lucky if I just bought the bushings, but that is gonna save us so much time to not have to press bushings and change ball joints and stuff. And his control arms are way cleaner than whatever garbage is on this, so.
I like not having to clean parts.
I traded money for convenience in this case.
Yeah.
I've got the coil spring under tension with the jack, and we're gonna heat the coils to the point where they literally melt and it just sags together to take all the tension out of it. Little rubber smoke?
Yeah.
I think I have a conference call, so just finish this up, I'll be back.
Oh, really? It's Sunday.
That didn't work. Dulcich is over there crowbarring the studs out of the frame so we could get the upper control arms off. Meanwhile, I've already dominated this side.
Ah.
What just happened?
I grounded the crowbar as I got the stud to come out.
Put on a light show. There we go.
You need help?
Done. Those are Lucky control arms.
Oh, he's got us all styled out.
Right, that's a lower.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're in business, buddy.
Install it. The brakes here are just used stock Chevelle brakes. I am gonna put EBC yellow pads in them because they work and they'll help me with the autocross. These are from Hector. This is a whole thing, spindles, rotors, calipers, everything all assembled, steering arm, caliper brackets, 200 bucks he sold me these for. Does the flat side go up or down?
I was presuming
I think up.
Down.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah,
you said
because
there's
this
a pigtail
pigtail stop.
stop.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. We're wrapping up the sway bar. Then we have a couple more things to do. We need a front end alignment. We need to change the master cylinder for the brakes and be able to get some new sticky meats for the autocross. And then I actually want to throw a new grill on it and bumper and stuff. We'll see if that happens. You'll find out when we show up at the racetrack to beat Lucky with his own parts on our Chevelle. Okay, this is it. We've got Dulcich driving the Chevelle. Lucky's ready. I'm gonna go heads up for the first time. Y'all set?
3, 2, 1.
Oh! What did you do?
It conked out.
You killed it! I think you might have won that one.
Yeah, you got that one.
Oh, he's getting sporty. Whoa! That was real scary there for a moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was headed straight for my door.
I know. Oh, yeah! Oh, dude! You're dominating right now. Oh! Oversteer. Don't get anxious. Don't worry, I got this. Oh, he spun out! We're gonna own this! Totally spun out. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's a week later. Steve made magic happen. You got glass in the car.
Oh yeah, and it looks great. I like it.
Most of the stuff that we have to do to go try and run as fast as we can in this thing is like safety oriented, roll bar, race seat, front air dam we definitely got to get done, drive shaft safety loop, hood pins.
I think this thing's gonna really move out.
I think you'll be surprised.
I'll be happy if it goes 130 in a standing mile.
Really?
Okay, that roll cage is gonna take a while. It's sort of semi-universal.
All right, let's do it.
Most of these like standing mile events that you'll go to or a half-mile drags or something, they don't even require safety equipment up to a certain speed. Like they'll let you run 135 miles an hour without a roll bar, but I just wanted to have one anyway. And so I got sort of a universal kit, but the hoop is made extra long because it fits multiple cars. So we're just gonna shorten the thing up so we can test fit it. There we go. Oh, wow.
Oh, it needs more.
NHRA legal thing to do, and SCTA legal, if it's a full frame car like the Chevelle, is you have to weld the tube directly to the frame, which means cutting a hole in the floor, welding it to the frame that's right here.
Yeah.
I just take 2 more inches off of it. If you think about a 2-door model, usually the roll cage ends up right behind the door jamb. Well, that's because the 2-door doors are longer than the 4-door, and so the main hoop's gonna go way back here, intruding into the door opening a little bit, which is kind of a drag. We're gonna weld the main hoop directly to the frame, and I'm gonna cut out this rectangle and hope that I got it in the right spot so that we can get that tube in there and weld it right to the top of the frame. There you go. Remember, you got on-off up here too.
Yeah, I know.
So what's your mile an hour?
130?
Okay, I'll go 128. Well, here we go. I think there's a very real chance this thing could hit valve float, could run out of horsepower. It's a bone stock 350 Chevy with an aluminum intake manifold. That's it. We're gonna find out right now. Number one thing is that he's safe. He's rolling up the window. You good?
All right, I guess this is it. Lost the drive shaft.
He said he lost the drive shaft. The drive shaft flew out of the car.
Oh, holy cow.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
So it threw a drive shaft?
The tail housing of the transmission exploded. I was bucking for the mile marker, man. I think it would have ran pretty good, but it just went.
Bam! So I was done.
So the drive shaft didn't come
Out of it, but it broke the tail housing and there's fluid everywhere.
Oh yeah, I left a trail of tranny fluid about 200 yards long.
because roadkill.
The Buick's looking pretty good.
I'm not sure if it's in storage or if it is storage. I've been just stacking stuff on it. Ooh, watch the paint, Dulcich.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, ready to see
see
the
it.
ultimate power currently residing in the 66 Buick Special? Whoa. So if this says Wildcat 310 on the air cleaner, what do you think that actually means?
Torque.
That's right.
Buick advertised torque.
With the Wildcat series of engines. Oh! I was about to say, careful.
Ouch.
Okay, ready for cranking?
Yep. Wow! Man, that thing purrs like a kitten. Are you
I know.
kidding?
Ever notice how every episode we're taking an engine in and out? Wouldn't you think we'd be better at it by now?
I think we're doing pretty good. I'll go about. There we go. That was good.
Yay! That was super easy. Now comes the hard part.
Okay, so tell me what's involved here, Freiberger.
Basically, we're just gonna knock the frame mounts on it and change the motor mounts and everything, and it's gonna go right in, but we have two engines to choose from. I think we should go out there and like compression test them, stare at them, decide which one to install.
Okay.
Let's go look at our Buicks.
Okay.
The Buick is my favorite of the Buick Olds Pontiac 455s.
Well, I mean, we really have to determine is which one of these two we like better.
I know. When we first bought these, this one was claimed to be a 76 and that was claimed to be a 72. We ran the numbers on them, the casting numbers on the back of the block, as well as the block stamping over here by the dipstick tube, and they're both 1973s, which means they're both 8.5 to 1 compression. Let's go with this. It's gonna be so convenient to not have to remove a transmission, right?
Right.
So if we're using the Turbo 350 so that we can use our same drive shaft and mount and everything.
That one. In other words, you declare this engine good.
This is gonna be the winner, right?
The Buick went in really easily, and right now we just want to get it to fire up so we can see that it runs. I put this old thermoquad carburetor on it because I had it and it was handy. Freiberger's working on the ignition system. I'm getting some plugs put in. Once we hook up the spark plug wires, dump some fuel in it, it should fire up.
Okay, ignition is on. Starter is ready. Fire at will. Perfectly.
That Buick runs like a clock.
The thermoquad's flawless.
Oh yeah, well of course. Wow.
That's pretty great. We do all kinds of engine swaps and everything, but the point is that we learn something every time.
Well, what's your takeaway?
Well, what do you think I learned?
How great a thermoquad really is?
Well, yeah, that happened. I can't deny your $10 thermoquad's been pretty sharp on the Buick. Once we fixed the ignition timing, which turned this entire car into magic.
I know. The thing was just a pile of junk yesterday, really, when we took it out. It was overheating. It was sputtering off the line. But now, man, it drives like a regular car.
I know, this is a family car, but what do you think's the most important thing I learned?
I hope you learn how to tell a Turbo Hydro 300 from a Turbo 350.
I'm a chump. But you know what? I'm glad about it because I learned that the Turbo 350 is a direct bolt-in replacement for the ST300, and we learned how the switch bits work. I've never actually played with that in real life before.
Neither have I. You know, I've always heard about it, and I'm really surprised at how great it is.
I'm sticking to my argument that any two guys could have done this for way less than $1,000 and have a big block, you know, running, driving in their car.
Well, I agree, because we use a lot of used parts, swap meet engine, swap meet transmission. I mean, that's an accomplishment in itself.
And there's no way that the small block Chevy would do burnouts this good.
How good?